Hey everybody, it's Stephanie, and today I'm going to share with you 3 quick and simple braids that you can do in your hair. 2 for longer length, medium to long length hair, and then 1 you can do with short hair. It's actually going to be your bangs and how to braid them. So if you'd like to see how I do that, definitely stay tuned. Okay, so the first braid that we're going to do is called a rope braid, and it's actually kind of a twist. It's not really braiding. You're not going to need 3 sections of hair. It's one of the simplest that I know how to do. And so what we're going to need for all of these braids is a hairbrush, obviously, an elastic tie at the end. For the ones with longer hair, I have to use thicker ones. But for short hair, the one I'll show you later, it's better to use smaller elastic ties so that they're less noticeable. And then if you have any hair fallout in the back, I have layers, so I always like to have some bobby pins on hand just in case I need to pin some things back to make it look more clean. So also mirrors, that's like obvious. So for the long haired one, the rope braid, we're going to take all the hair to one side and brush it all out. Then we're going to section it off into 2 parts, equally, preferably. And then we're going to take one and twist it in a clockwise direction. On the tape it'll probably look counterclockwise, but it's actually clockwise. So, like so. And then sometimes I have to hold this in my mouth so it doesn't untwist, or sometimes I use Melissa. So this way, I'll put it in my mouth. But before, we're going to twist this one in the exact same direction. Okay. So now we have like 2 parts that are twisted in the same direction, and now you want to twist them together to make one big twist in the opposite direction. So since I was turning them this way, now I'm going to take this one and turn it this way. And make sure to keep it tight. So it takes some practice. So sometimes when you're doing this, you want to keep twisting them so that it can go down longer. And keep twisting. Like I said, sometimes I use Melissa because she can hold one. Until you come down to the end where you want it to be. And it kind of looks like a nice rope. So we're going to use an elastic tie to secure the bottom. But secure it tight, because if you don't secure it tight enough, they will come unloose and unravel throughout the day. So there's that. And if there is any like little fallout pieces, if you do have layers, just go ahead and take bobby pins and secure them in place. If your hair is wet, this is easier to do because all the hair will be really tight. If it's loose and like I straightened mine today, it's not going to be. But this is the finished product. You can also put hairspray in it. I kind of like the more messy look. Some people like it really tight, but it's just nice and really simple once you get the technique down. And it's a great look for summer because it's not the regular braid that most people see. So that's the first one. Stay tuned for the second one. Okay, so the second braid I'm going to teach you guys how to do is the fishtail braid. You see that a lot now, like in runway shows and different types of fishtail, but I'm just going to show you the basic one. And I remember when I was learning this one, I was just looking at diagrams, and it really didn't teach me anything until I actually saw somebody do it. So hopefully you guys learned something from this, and don't be stressed out or like anything if you don't get it on the first try. It probably took me like 2 weeks to learn how to do this, and even now it takes me a really, really long time to get one that looks like perfect. So take the hair off to the one side, and then you're going to want to separate it into 2 sections, but you want to separate it instead of like from the back, you want to separate it down the middle right here. So you're gonna need a mirror no matter what. So separate it down the middle in front into 2 even sections. Now, you're going to take one side and take hair from the back of it, take a strand of hair from the back, just like this, cross it over this side, and bring it onto this side, and just put it into the back with the other hair. See how I did that? And then you're going to want to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Take hair from the back, cross over, and put it onto the other side. And just hold it there. You want to make sure you hold that piece. You don't want it to go anywhere. Then just do the same thing again. It's just like the same process over and over. Depending on how tight you want it to be, how clean you want it to be, you use smaller sections for it to be tighter and cleaner, and thicker sections if you want it to be loose and kind of disheveled looking. So we're just gonna keep doing this. And I have to look into a mirror when I'm doing this because it's just like so hard to get like even the start of it without a mirror. So you can start to see how they're looking crossed over at the top. And then we just continue to do that all the way down until we get to the end. Okay, so this is the finished fishtail braid. It's really fast and really easy. Like I said, it usually takes a lot longer, and I find that people with thinner hair, it looks better on than people with such thick, coarse hair like I have. But I still think it looks really pretty. It's different than just a regular braid, and once you master the technique of it, you can do so much more with a fishtail than just doing one down the side. So I would really say that you guys try this out, learn how to do this, because you can learn how to do so much other stuff after you master this. And so stay tuned for the next braid. So the third and final braid that we're going to do is the lace braid, and it's done with your bangs. So if you don't have really extremely long hair, you can do a braid across the front instead of down. So it's good for shorter hair. So we're gonna first take a section of our bangs and make a straight line down like this, and we're going to section it off into 3 sections. So just take 2 fingers and break it up, and then just hold it in your hand like you would a normal, like 3 pieces for a braid. Braid once the top, just like a normal braid, and then this front section you're going to grab hair from the front and then continue braiding. And then you're going to grab more hair for the front section and continue braiding. More hair from here again, and just continue. And so just keep doing that. This. So see how we're doing a braid right here? Grab some more hair. It's easier to do this with a mirror and nobody filming you. But so then once you've gotten to like the end right here of your eyebrow, that's where I kind of do it. Just braid the rest of it. It's better if you have longer bangs, but you guys know my bangs are short and messed up. So once it gets like all better, I'll let you know. And you can just pin it back Don't laugh at me. Please, nobody laugh at me. I'm doing this for you. And so you can just pin it there. You can make the braid go longer if you want. And definitely pin back all the straggly parts. Like mine. And you might even want to hairspray it. If it cuts as bad as mine did. But, yeah, so if your bangs are long, this is probably better than if you have really short bangs like I do. And I have bobby pins too, so. We're just gonna pin again right here. Okay, so it looks halfway decent, but you got the idea of it. So yeah, if you have long bangs, try this one out. If you don't, just stick with the regular braid. But it looks really cool once it's done right, and once you have like the right set of bangs. It really does, I'm not even lying. It looks good on Melissa. I swear, I promise. I know it doesn't look good on me, but yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed these 3 braids, and thanks for watching. Thanks for tolerating me, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.